The second half of our 2025 Winter AD podcast start today, and we're ready to talk all things Indian Hill Braves with AD Brian Phelps. Coach, how are we doing today?
Doing great. It's hopefully we're in a full week of school this week, and temperatures are going to start on the climb, but it's not looking like that yet.
No, I think we're going to have another cold spell, but I think I heard Mike McConnell this morning say something about rain in the distant forecast. I'm like, yes, finally, these 6 foot piles of snow out in my parking lot will be melting here shortly, I hope.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go through it, get everybody up to speed with what's going on with the Indian Hill Braves. We'll start with boys basketball, playing 500 ball, tough schedule, and a busy week ahead for the Braves.
Yeah, with the exception of Taylor being rescheduled due to the weather, we are now through the first cycle of the league schedule. Played three tough games down in Florida. Went 1-2 down there. That one thing about Ricardo Hill, our boys basketball coach, he plays a tough schedule. So, yep, right around 500. We're now on the going through the second cycle of the boys schedule. That should be a lot of fun. This Friday night, Marymount will play a girls and boys back-to-back varsity doubleheader, and it's also our Hall of Fame night. So
Nice.
this Friday night will be a good time. And then Monday, Martin Luther King Day, will play a talented athletic Woodward team at 3 o'clock. So we have some good games coming up.
Brian, do the girls, does the staff and the team like when they do the doubleheader with the boys and get the pep band and get the, I would say, a bigger crowd? Do they like doing that?
Yeah, I would say there's some advantages to it. I think that, you pick a few that works for both communities and you pull a couple of those off and yeah, right. Like crowds come a little earlier and it's a fun feel. I think that a lot of coaches would also say they also like their routine of their, triple headers and the girls their double headers. So I think as long as it is a handful of times, everybody's excited about it. But I don't know if either staff, meaning the boys or girls staff, would want that to be, an every kind of game event type of thing.
Because you've got to find slots for your freshman JV, and then you've got to find, I guess, double varsity officials, correct?
Yeah, that's right. And when you're playing the freshmen and JV boys on a different night, that affects practice schedules, and it's just not as easy as some may think that it is, logistically. But even outside of us finding the time, I think the coaches, like I said, I think they like a couple of those or a handful of those, but they also like, we're all creatures of habit and kind of
Sure.
that normal routine, is a good thing as well.
Okay, well, good luck to the boys in a busy week this week. Let's go to the girls' side. Boy, they're off to a bang-up start, 13-1, and coach has to be pleased with that. But it's been by looking at the schedule, who they've played, you've gone through the first round of the CHL plus some other really tough non-league games. So girls basketball off to a great start, coach.
Yeah, really proud of this team. And as you mentioned, they're through their first cycle, so they're 7-0 in the league. They went down to Naples over the winter break and went 3-0. They lost to a really good Chaminade Julian team early in the year in the body armor event that we hosted. And the rest of our games are league games with the exception of McNick towards the end of the season, which will be a good one.
Mhm.
But we got to take care of business in the league first. We know that. Our league is very competitive, and even when there's a school kind of on top that year, somebody can get you if you're not ready
Right.
for them. But yeah, girls basketball really successful year, and hopefully we finish the regular season off strong and make a nice run in the tournament.
Yeah, that sounds great. Good luck to them. Continued success for the girls program. Let's jump into the pool, talk boys and girls swimming.
Yep. So swimming and diving. I know diving has an event this Thursday. The classic event this weekend is here already. To me, that signals like it is full go. We will go the classics. It will be the league meet, which will be at Powell Crosley, and then sectionals district states. So we're kind of on that run this next month of every weekend will be a significant swimming and diving event. And here we go. It's crazy to think about. Basketball's already over halfway through their season. The swimming is really ramping up and getting started that way. So, yeah, here we go.
Think about it. 2 weeks, you got the CHL championships for swimming. I mean, it's crazy how fast it's going.
Yeah, it
Wow.
really is.
Good luck to boys and girls swimming this week as things really start ramping up and tapering has started. Let's
Well, that's right. And it depends where you are when you start to taper. So it's funny for the kids that taper for sectionals or even the league meet and some that wait for state. So it's all over the board.
yes. Let's go to the mat, talk Indian Hill Wrestling.
Yeah, a lot of fun for us. We had a dual meet here on the hill just last week where we hosted and defeated the Ross Rams. Always a good, solid program. We have King of the Hill this Saturday where we'll have, a good handful of teams. That'll be a Saturday event, which will be a lot of fun. And our in-school duel is next Friday on the 24th at 1:30. And I it's hard to feel like there's not a better event that we put on than our in-school duel. It's just electric. Our whole student body's in the stands. It's a duel match, a lot of fun. So if you've not been out to a duel match for an in-school duel, this is a good one to come
And it's
check
just
out.
one mat in the middle of the floor, correct, Brian?
One mat in the middle of the floor. We introduce the kids. We put them up on our big screen and, the lights go off and we put a light as they come running out and it's mano, man. And they get after it. So we'll host Anderson and that should be a good matchup and some just, all around good time.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, best of luck to them. I hope it's a huge success for the wrestlers, and it's fun that they can someone anyone from the public attend that, or is it kind of excluded just for student body, Brian?
No, absolutely. We do not charge for that event. The student body takes up most of our fan space, but we want you to come check it out. It's obviously during the school day, so there's not as many people available with work, but we'll get some of our elementary kids down here to get a taste of it and a few of our middle school kids in the crowd. But no, it is open 1:30. We will wrestle next Friday, the 24th.
That's great. Well, let's go to this other smaller hardwood and talk bowling. And I know it's a newer sport for Indian Hill, but things are going very well and numbers are good. And let's talk boys and girls bowling.
Yeah, you said it. Numbers are good. They're having a great time. The boys have a couple wins under their belt. The girls are 4-2 in the league and doing well. So it's been it's in year number 3. I think we've grown exponentially, and that means in our talent and the kids wanting to participate. So it's been a good ad here for Indian Hill, no doubt about it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Fantastic. Let's go talk gymnastics. I know they have a meet coming up that you want to talk about, and
Yeah.
let's talk about that.
We have 2 young ladies participating for us. They practice and work out with the Country Day staff. They've been great to us, and they will have a meet this Thursday at Country Day at 6 o'clock. So if you've not had a chance to check out our gymnasts this Thursday at Country Day, would be a great time to do that at 6 o'clock. And as we mentioned with swimming and diving, before you know it, they're going to be right into the tournament, and we'll be talking about another season under our belt, just like that.
Just flying. Good luck to them. Let's wrap up our sports discussion with indoor track.
Yep, they're heading up to Akron this weekend. Indoor track for us is run as a club, but our longtime track and field coach in the spring, Susan Savage, runs that. She's been doing that for about 10 years. Numbers are just ridiculously good. So we'll take weather permitting, of course, which it looks like it'll be okay. We'll take a group of kids up to Akron to participate, and
Nice.
they seem to have a lot of fun, and that gears them up for the spring.
Yeah, fantastic. Good luck to them. I know you had a A few things to discuss. Casino night, and then one of your coaches with a national recognition before we wrap up this week's show.
Yeah, the last couple of years we've held a euchre event, which has been successful. We've expanded on that. February 8th at the 20th Century Theater, we're going to have casino night, and we've already exceeded our participants compared to euchre night. So we're really excited to host that event. That's hosted through the boosters. It's really an effort between our arts and athletics program. The money goes towards to both of those programs, the arts and athletics. So excited to see what this year is going to look like. February 8th, 7 o'clock. If you'd like to participate, just reach out to me directly. We have all kinds of notifications, social media, weekly newsletter, website. So should be pretty easy to find and register.
And then 20th Century is right down there in Oakley, right on,
Right.
was that Madison Road?
Yep, right there in Oakley, we'll have valet parking. So we've got that. That's part of your registration fee, and it's going to be a good time. And then you mentioned one of our coaches. We're really proud of our boys soccer coach, Brian Daniel, undefeated season, state champions, was honored this weekend in Chicago as the National Small Public Coach of the Year.
Wow.
Those don't happen very often. I learned a lot about, how many of those awards go out at the high school level. There's three: a small public, big public, and a private school coach. And then they also recognize Division I college, Division II, III, some of those other organizations. So it's kind of neat that the Division I NCAA staff was Ohio State. So to have two of those awards coming from Ohio was pretty cool. But congratulations to Brian Daniel and his staff and his family. A great honor and a great event for our coach.
How about that season? I mean, that was just one for the ages.
Record book season, no doubt about it. On so many levels, it was great to see that happen.
Yeah, really special. Well, Brian, thanks for the time. I'm glad we could finally get a show going with all the changes here with the weather the last few weeks. Best of luck to all the Braves this week. You have a great week, and thanks for your time as always.
Great. Thanks, Rob, and go Braves.